So this puzzle, you're gonna stay right where you are, or as centered to the two barrels as possible. You can get her in front of you, facing you. Guide her tail to where it's pointed there. You're gonna back her through. You only moving as much as you need to. Do you have enough rope to tell her what to do? Tell her to go out and around. To come to you again. Hind yield. Back through again. You can send her if you want, like send her like you're sending her out on the circle, but then you've got to be able to tell her to hind yield, and then she's going to sideways over this cone with her nose at the barrel. I personally think you're going to have more success after you back her through is to try to call her over from here and ask her, you have to back her and stuff too. And then ask her to side pass over. And if you want, you can either have her side pass all the way to you, or that you can then tell her nose to go this way, come to you, and stand beside you. Okay? So remember, it's not about pulling her front end around, it's about telling her hind end to lead. Okay. So you pull her front end around.
Okay. Back.
Now this is going to be a testament to the trust that you guys have built, because you're asking her to back between those barrels, and that could potentially show you where there might be a trust weakness if she tries to avoid going between them.
Back.
Good. But it's up to you now not to get her into trouble.
Back. 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 Good girl. Back. Good girl. Back. Keep going. Back. Daisy. Back. 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 One more. Back. Good girl. Back. 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 Good girl. Am I probably good there, or do I need to go one more step?
If you have good enough communication with her nose, you could make that work. If you think that she's not going to turn her head for you, then I would go back one more.
Back. 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 Daisy, back. 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 Back one more. Back. Back. Good girl. Good girl. Keep going.
Bumper. So I would have bumped her as soon as her head got, distracted looking
Okay.
this way. I would have bumped her and said, hey, no, you don't understand. I'm going to be telling you to turn your head the other way. Right there, I'd bump her and say, hey, talking to your face to go the other way.
Hey.
Yep. There you go. Good, good.
And then here.
Yep, so now you need to get her turned again with her tail in front of there. Remember, it's talking to her. Yep, there you go.
Hold on. This way. Right there. Just a tiny bit.
So show her your support. That'll help her. Yep, but don't go forward. There you go. Yep.
Back. Good girl. Back. Good girl. Back. Keep going. Back. Back.
Yep. And when she gets distracted, that's when you want to turn the volume up.
Back.
Say, I don't recommend you take your attention off of me.
Back.
Good.
So now you said call her is probably the easiest.
I would say it's the easiest.
Okay. So
I think your hind yield still needs some work. You're more likely to pull around her front end, which isn't gonna work at all
Okay.
in this case, so you're better off trying to call her.
Do I need to step her back one more step probably, or?
You could start calling her butt over and then back her up from there.
Okay. Over, Daisy. Over,
Yep.
over. Last time we did this.
Yep.
There you go. Over, over, Daisy. Over, 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 over,
Yep, wake her up so she knows that she's not yet.
over, 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 over,
So it crossed her mind just then.
over, 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 over,
Good. Back.
back, back, over, 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 over.
So when you go to direct her nose with your hand, make it rhythmic, because right now it only seems like you're
Okay.
shoving your hand at her, which could turn her more resentful about
Okay.
that. But if it's rhythmic, then it seems communicative.
Over, 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 Daisy, over,
Crossed her mind there.
Over.
Crossing her mind
Over.
again.
over, you got it, you got it,
Yep.
over, good girl, over,
Good girl.
back,
Good
over,
girl. Yep. She's
over,
kind of got the concept that which we're going to be asking
Good
her
girl.
to do.
over, over, you got it, over, good girl, come on, over,
Yeah, there.
good
Crossed her
girl,
mind there.
over,
Good.
good
Back.
girl, back,
Back.
right there.
Okay. Good. And then call her rib cage to you now.
So,
So you're gonna over her rib, because right now you've been trying to over her butt.
okay,
Now you're gonna try to rib cage like over her saddle. Sorry, I'm in
That's
the
okay.
way and she's trying to respond to me, so she didn't do anything wrong. Easy.
good girl, good girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same thing over, but I'm gonna look hard at her rib cage.
Yeah. So it's like you're trying to call the saddle to you.
Over, over, over.
Okay. Now you go back to the butt. When
over.
she's lined up, you can bring the
Over.
whole body over, but when she's not lined up, you gotta adjust the part of the body that's
Over.
out of whack.
Daisy. Over, over. Over.
Good.
Girl.
Good. Yep.
Oh, whoops.
Yep.
Over, right there.
Good.
Stop, low.
It's okay. So it's just she needs as much information as you could possibly give her, so she understands the cone is part of it. Because right
Okay.
now she thinks the cone's just in the
Over.
way. She doesn't recognize
Over.
the cone as a part of what you're
Over.
asking for. As soon as she
Over.
makes the connection, she'll
Hey.
probably even take over.
Over, over, good girl, over, that's it, no. Back, back, over.
There you go. There you go. Good.
Okay. Back, back.
Okay, so go ahead and give her a little flick in the chest, because right now I'm thinking she needs to not stall out like
Back.
she keeps stalling out there.
Back.
Okay. Good. Good. There you go. Good.
Back. Back. Back.
So I'd say her backup's a little broken today.
Back. Back.
There's better. There it's better. There you go. I don't know what you just
Uh,
changed, but it made more sense to her that time.
No. You don't get to take over. Okay, so.
Now you're gonna call her tail.
Over. There you go. Over. 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 Over.
Good?
Good girl.
Good. Now call her ribs.
Over. 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 Good girl. Good girl. You got it. Over. Over. Over.
So she doesn't have the understanding yet of what's being asked of her right here. I would almost stand at, like, not up close to her, but I would stand even with the rib cage so she knew as you were calling her over, she's being told to bring a rib cage to you instead of from in front of her. Because in front of her, she's thinking swing or hind end more than she's thinking her rib
Good girl.
cage.
Good girl.
It's the barrel that's making it hard.
One little teeny tiny step. Right there, right there. Good girl. Right there. Right there. No. Right there. Over. 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 Good girl.
Yep, 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 there you go, yep.
You got it. You got it.
That was
Good girl.
right.
Good girl. That was right. Good girl. Over. 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 Nope. 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 Over. Over.
So you're gonna wanna have a nice quiet volume when you're gonna guide her front end with you. See if you can do it that way. If you can guide her front end and her tail, so that way she gets her front end because without accidentally pulling her forward, because her front end is what's confused.
Okay. I don't under.
So when you back up, if you want, instead of calling just her rib cage, if you wanna guide her so she doesn't go too far forward or too far that way, guide her shoulder like
That's it.
she just did there, and then guide her tail at the same time. So you would call her tail,
Okay.
and then you would guide, you know,
Over.
so you call her tail and you draw her shoulder.
Over. Over. Good girl. You got it. Over. Good girl.
At this point, there's nothing missing except for your confidence that you know what you want her to do, so she can feel
Over.
that you know what you want her to do. There's nothing really, that's why I'm just kind of standing and watching, because there's nothing really more guiding that I can do. It's got to be just how you communicate.
Yes. Over. Over. Over.
It's okay if she wants to look at that barrel, because
Okay.
that's the actual problem is the barrel.
Over.
She just doesn't know what she's supposed to do with the barrel and the cone. Just don't run her on top of that cone now. I'm happy to explain it to her, but I think once I explain it to her, she's gonna just get it and take, you know, and be obvious that she knows it more than you're doing it.
I want to try as long as she doesn't seem to be getting super frustrated yet.
No,
So.
no, her fire got in her feet only because of what was outside the window. Her fire
Over.
hasn't been about
Over.
this yet.
That's it. That's it. Over. Over. Come on. Over. 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 There you go. Let's at least get the over.
Yep, good. I'm glad you said that because that's what I
Come
would
on.
do. I would say, okay, look.
There
I'm
you
running out,
go.
pulling
That was it.
out.
That
We-
was kind of weak, but it was there. That was what we were looking for.
Yeah, it was kind of like a full body pivot than it more than it was.
The butt got up next to me. Okay. over, over, over.
Good
Good
girl. Give her a nice rub on
girl.
her back. Not so much the blanket. Sometimes the blanket
There
annoys
you
the back.
go. Good girl.
Good.
Good girl.
Okay. Now you can take
Over.
your back too.
Over.
Good.
Good girl.
Good. Good.
Over. Good
So
girl.
I like that you had realized something here's broken. Let's just work on that for a second and stop making it about the obstacle. And that's what's going to show for me that you're starting to get more of a grip on how to have the conversation. Like, this isn't really working because a part of this is broken. Let's go fix the thing that's broken and then try to apply it. Right? So that was using your noggin.
Right there, right there. Now over. Yep, just like you were. Over, over. Good
Good.
girl.
Good. Now see if you can draw the shoulder.
Now take a step forward.
Good.
Good
See if you can draw the
girl.
shoulder now.
Good girl.
So
Over.
it's, you're
Good
gonna back up so the
girl.
shoulder can come with you.
Oop, right there, right there. Good
You back
girl.
away so her shoulder can come with you.
Back, back.
You back away, not her.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
go
close.
ahead and color her tail over.
Over.
So when you draw her shoulder, you're just gonna hold the line at her, like kind of
Over.
in her direction, but you're gonna just
Over.
back up
Over.
with the intention of her shoulder following your belly button as you back up.
Over.
But consider you
Over.
just attach the
Good
string to the
girl.
shoulder. Back up, back up, you back up.
Oh, back. Over.
You back up and that's what's gonna draw her.
Okay. Over. Daisy. Woohoo. Over. Over.
Yep. Yep,
Over.
and now you, yep, you
Over.
back up. There you go. There it is. Yep.
Over. Over.
Yep, and as soon as she
Over.
comes with her tail, start to back up so the rest of her comes with you. So it's a little bit of a balancing act, but the idea is that you're gonna get her whole body to draw with your belly button. Imagine you attached a string between you and her, your belly button and her, and you're trying to pull her backward. But if you stay standing there in her way, she's not gonna have that draw, so she's not gonna think to do it. She's gonna think to do something that can help her get away from you because you're in the way.
Okay. Over. Over. Good girl.
Now, go ahead and pull back with the shoulder. There you go, there you go. Yep, and
Back.
over still.
Over. Over.
So, and back, try to do it at the same time. Like, try to, as soon as you start to, there you go. As soon as you start to feel that swing of her tail, like the thought to come, then start your back up so that she can come straight.
Okay. Over.
And now,
Over.
there you are.
Good girl.
There you are.
Over. Over. Over.
Now,
Good girl.
there you are.
Good girl.
So it was kind of like, windshield wiper method, but it still was what we were looking for. Now the goal would be, can you do that smoothly over something? Yep. Good, back. Still more about directing the tail than it is about pulling around the front end.
Back. Back.
Yep, see if you can't, whatever you did before that started to make her back up good,
Back.
get her thinking that again, so she doesn't stall out there on you.
Back. 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 Back.
Good. One more, I would even say, because you're gonna have to get a pretty tight neck
Back.
turn.
Back. Hey. Back. All the way. Both feet.
There you go.
Back. Last step. Come on. Back.
Good.
Good girl.
Give her a sense of direction. Get her nose turned and then tell her to follow her nose. There you go. Get out of her way so that way she can get in front of you. Again, don't pull her around.
Back.
Yep, good save.
Back. 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 Keep going. Back. Back.
Yeah. Good.
Back.
So in those moments, you just want to make her feel like you shouldn't have taken your attention off of me. Good.
Okay. So,
You can, if you want, rock her front feet this way and then call her tail. Like rock her front feet this way and then send her that way and then call her tail if you want. Or you can try to call her tail from there and then back her up to make sure she gets to where her front end is on this side of that barrel.
I'll try to call her first.
Yeah, I mean, her over's not broken anymore.
Daisy. Oh, that's not what I meant.
Yep.
Over.
So kiss, she did exactly what you said. She looked for a way to go.
Back. That was my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're just gonna take a walk.
So in a case like that, I know you told her something that she properly responded to. So I wouldn't have said you shouldn't have let her walk around because you actually told her to. Good?
And you kind of help me out too. Over.
Yep, and draw the shoulder, draw the shoulder. There you go. Yep. Over and draw the shoulder. She thinks it has something to do with the barrel. Back a tiny bit. Good. Over.
Over. Hey. That way. Over.
And then draw the shoulder and the hind end. Yep, draw the shoulder.
Back, back.
Yep, here it comes. Here, draw the shoulder, draw the shoulder. There you go. There you go, draw the shoulder. There you go. Good, good. Now the trick will be, can you get her to do that, all 4 feet moving at the same time? But that's way better.
So now you know what you're doing, you help me out.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to show it to her. Because if I showed it to her, she'd be like, I know this part. And then it wouldn't have been as challenging for you, which isn't necessarily helpful if you're trying to learn how to play with the volume and stuff.
Like, look, my over's really, really not broken. Especially
But what I like is that when you realized it was broken, you were like, I gotta stop concentrating on trying to make something happen with this obstacle. I gotta go fix the thing that was broken. And that's what makes you good with horses, is that you stop being about this. It stops being about your task and more about the conversation with the horse. So I like that a lot.
Good girl. Over. Over.
Good.
Over.
Back.
Back. Back.
So it's gonna be kind of a back end over to get her in the right
Over.
position.
I mean, I don't even know what to do with that one.
She's just trying really hard now. So here, when she's like this, and now you want to start calling her over, I would back and over, so that way she's kind of angling instead of straight over, because straight over is going to put her like this, and then she's going to want to know what she's supposed to do with this. You can back, you can over her, but now she's overachieving, so it's going to be a little bit harder for you to control how much she's willing to come over.
Okay.
So I would prefer to say, I would even almost start it with the back and over, like say back first, then over, and then back, and then over.
Okay.
And so that way you're just kind of telling her tail to be the steering wheel.
Okay. Back.
Good. Yep. Don't pull her around. Good.
Back.
Yep, there you go. Good. Over.